In this video, let us see about the arm and cubital fossa. So, true flexors of the elbow joint. So, the flexion has been done by the BQ, you can remember in mnemonic, whereas the extension is done by the triceps and conus, at you can say. Okay. So, brachialis, biceps brachii, and brachioradialis. All three are the flexors, whereas at that is the anconis and triceps are the extensors. Next is about the middle boundary. So let me give you one tabular column, but you can see it right here. This is the middle boundary, pronator teres, lateral boundary, brachioradialis is the biceps brachii tendon. This is the brachial artery you can see right here. Okay, and this is a flexor carpi radialis. This is the median nerve. Just you see this, and I will give you one tabular column where you can study the boundaries. So a bicipital aponeurosis is above, is over the veins actually. Okay, this is the box tabular column I told you. Lateral boundary of cubital fossa is brachioradialis. You can remember like LB, and medial boundary is MP, pronator teres. Base we have a line joining two epicondyles of the humerus. Two epicondyle we have of the humerus, right? Lateral and middle epicondyle. The line joining that is become the base, whereas apex will become the both medial and the lateral border joining area. The floor is the supinator SB. Okay, so supinator and brachialis. Roof is formed by skin, superficial fascia, deep fascia, bicipital aponeurosis. Superficial fascia is going to have the median cubital vein, that is a lateral and medial cubital nerve of the forearm. Middle cubital vein will be there. Okay, and the lateral and middle vein is now over the forearm. This is the tabular column you should remember. And next is about the short head of biceps. Short head of biceps attached with the coracoid process, whereas long head of biceps is going to attach with the, it will attach with the which tubercle? Supraglenoid tubercle. That is important. And which of the following muscle has intercapsular origin? Intercapsular origin will be with long head of biceps and the popliteus. These two is going to have intercapsular origin, not the anconeus and not the short head of biceps also, but two things: long head and the popliteus. So supinator actions. So we have to see that coracobrachialis is a flexor. Biceps brachii is a strong supinator. Whereas brachialis is also a flexor only. The supinator here is a biceps brachii. Okay, so not the coracobrachialis, not the brachialis, and not triceps. Triceps are all extensors. So the biceps is a flexor. Along with that, it is a strong supinator. So this is same as the thing, you can see this, and the content is very important from the medial to lateral. The medial most is the median nerve, then comes the brachial artery, which is giving its termination as radial and ulnar artery, then the biceps tendon and the radial nerve and the radial collateral artery. You can remember only the radial nerve, which is enough. This is the medial to lateral. The medial most is the median nerve. The Struthers ligament, we have it in the long head of, the third head of coracobrachialis. It's not a general thing, it's a rare one. And this is the attachment. Short head will get for coracobrachialis, long head for the supraglenoid tubercle. Biceps tendon, the radial tuberosity. Okay, so actions of muscles are the flexion and the supination. Okay, as I told you before. So this is a very important one. You may get confused a lot in this area. So we'll see this. So anterior ulnar recurrent, posterior ulnar recurrent, and common interosseous artery. The common interosseous artery will give rise to anterior interosseous artery, posterior interosseous artery. So as I'm telling about this, these are ulnar, from the ulnar artery you will get anterior ulnar, posterior ulnar, okay, and common interosseous artery. Okay, common interosseous will give rise to anterior interosseous and the posterior interosseous artery. The posterior interosseous which you see here, that posterior interosseous will give rise to the interosseous recurrent branch. So you can learn from there. So where is that line? They didn't give this line. The common interosseous artery is a short branch of ulnar artery. So the answer for this is posterior interosseous artery. So the recurrent interosseous recurrent is from a posterior interosseous artery only. So the common interosseous artery divides into anterior and the posterior interosseous artery. Okay. Occasionally, the common interosseous artery is a branch of radial artery. The posterior interosseous recurrent artery leads the posterior interosseous artery, and its origin will be there. So interosseous recurrent is a branch of posterior interosseous artery. Okay. Tendinous elbow is along the lateral side of the arm will get injured there. It is a lateral epicondyle. So in this you can say the lateral means the radialis. So this is the correct one. Okay, the extensor muscle of the lateral epicondyle. So lateral epicondyle, you have the extensor carpi radialis, brevis, and longus. So here brevis has been given. That's the answer. So infraglonotubercle, as I told you, triceps brachii, long head. This is the intertubercle circles. The floor of that anastomosis dorsi you have. Pectoralis major will be there. Teres major is also there. Okay, but the floor you have the pectoralis major in the lateral lip of bicipital groove, whereas the teres major on the deltoid tuberosity. Okay, so in the floor you have latissimus dorsi only. That's it about the arm and the cubital fossa. Thank you.